Being a teenager in general is hard, but being a gay teenager is harder. We go through discrimination, bullying, harassment, and much more. Sometimes all these lead to a suicide or depression, and there has something that has to be done to stop this. My name is Amado, and I am 18 years old. I was born and raised in Dominican Republic, a country not so diverse or open-minded. When I was a little boy, I was picked on all the time because I acted like a girl and never wanted to play with guys. So other kids in my neighborhood and school used to call me little girl, and I was sick. It was horrible because I didn't have any friends. Kids used to throw rocks at me, and there was a time when someone threw a rock at me and hit me on the face, cutting me, and blood started to come out and dripping all the way on my face and mouth. But even though they were mean to me, I was nice and a very happy kid. This got worse when I was 7 years old, and I got sexually abused by a family member. The image of that moment was in my every nightmare. I used to blame myself for it, and I used to ask myself why that happened to me. But it got better because I came to live to the United States with my father and my new family of a stepmom and four sisters that received me with a lot of love. I never really came out to my family or friends, but they all knew that I was gay just by the way I acted, walk, and even talk. The hardest time of my life as a young gay teenager was during my first 2 years of high school. The bullying and the harassment increased a lot every day. Every day and everywhere I went, kids used to call me by horrible names. When I was at lunchtime, I used to go to the restaurant and stay there the entire lunchtime because I didn't want to deal with the bullying. On top of all that, my father didn't really accept me, and he was very hard with me. I felt like no one loved me, and what was I doing in this life? So I got into a depression of 2 years, where all the time I was sad and crying, and I didn't want to do anything other than just be locked in my room. And then it got better. My junior year, my life changed totally. I was getting older, and I started to appreciate my life. That year, I started to be more happy and find out who I was in this life. I started not to care what others said to me, and I started to be myself. It turned out that I was a funny kid that made others laugh in a good way, and people just started to respect and love me. I am now in college, where everybody respect and love me, and all those bad moments just disappear out of my life. So if you're going through some difficult time, just hang in there and talk with someone who might understand. In my case, I talk a lot with psychologists from high school. Things get better when you start getting older. What you're going through right now is not something permanent. I always like to say that we are a shining star, and no matter what, we will always shine. Don't let no one tell you that you are no one, because we are all beautiful. Be who you are and stand for who you
Stay positive,
are.
be positive, surround yourself with positive people, and little by little, things will get